If you have an Aquarius Ascendant and have ever felt like you're managing everything but there's nothing left for yourself, then this episode is for you. People with Aquarius Ascendant are visionaries. They understand the world. They create systems. But when it comes to their own feelings, it's like there are no words left. In astrology, the 6th, 8th, and 12th houses, which are also called dashstans, are the entry points for a person's fears and suppressed experiences. For Aquarius Ascendant, these houses become extra karmic because both Saturn and Rahu are involved here, working together to create and transform them. Let's take a look at what is hidden inside them. If you're listening to me for the first time, I'm Meena, and this is my channel called Bhagia Meena. Here, we try to understand the horoscope not just as a prediction of the future, but also as a way to decode the feelings inside you, because sometimes your planetary periods are changing, but you're not able to listen to yourself. Now, let's talk about the house of fear. In the hidden signals of Aquarius Ascendant, the 6th house is where Cancer falls, and its ruler is the moon. This shows what emotions are suppressed inside the person. It explains why they have a fear of illness or suffering, and how, by helping others, they are settling the accounts of their past actions. Most people probably know that the 6th house shows struggles, responsibilities, and emotional reactions in one's life. And when the moon is here, emotions exist inside the home but don't get expressed outwardly. People with Aquarius Ascendant tend to suppress their emotions in the name of duty. For example, there was a school teacher. Every day, she managed everything, worrying about the kids, handling messages and complaints from parents, and balancing things among her colleagues. But when she herself started experiencing anxiety, all she could say was, "I don't have time to feel all this." If you look closely, this story isn't just about that teacher. It's the story of everyone who stands up for others all day long. But when it comes to their own feelings, they end up hiding themselves somewhere in the crowd. For Aquarius Ascendants, the 6th house says, before helping others, acknowledge your own emotions. Because this house doesn't just demand action, it also asks for care for yourself. For example, if you've ever traveled by airplane, you must have heard the air hostess say, first put on your own oxygen mask, then help the passenger next to you. In the same way, you need to take care of yourself first. Acknowledge your own emotions first, and then think about others. Let's understand the 8th house for Aquarius Ascendant. Where Virgo means Virgo, whose lord is Mercury, which is called the house of fear and transformation. Here, things are dissected into categories. Emotions are separated with logic. People with Aquarius Ascendant believe that pain can be solved by thinking about it, but that's not true because there are some moods that aren't meant to be understood, just experienced. Like there was a therapist who used to teach others every day how to understand their emotions, how to heal. But when her own friends suddenly and unexpectedly passed away in her life, she kept herself so busy helping others that she didn't even have time to cry. She kept thinking, but I'm a mental health expert. She knew how to process grief, but one day, while she was sitting alone in her clinic and scrolling through her phone, she came across an old voicemail from her friend. As soon as she heard it, she couldn't control herself and broke down in tears. That day, she realized that having knowledge isn't the same as healing. A broken heart isn't something you process, it's something you feel. This means that sometimes we get so caught up in trying to understand or manage our pain that we don't give ourselves time to actually feel it. However, transformation happens when you allow yourself to break, because not every break means falling apart. Sometimes it's also a new creation. For Aquarius Ascendant, the 12th house falls in Capricorn, whose lord is Saturn, and when Saturn is here, the person suppresses his emotions within instead of expressing them. They feel that getting tired or crying is just a waste of time. I remember an IT consultant who was very intelligent and disciplined. His routine was also quite strict. When his grandmother fell ill, she was admitted to the ICU. At that time, the guy was just focused on managing things. Consulting the doctor, managing the medicines, keeping track of his grandmother's schedule, everything. But during the 10 days his grandmother was admitted in the hospital, he never once asked himself how he was doing. He took really good care of his grandmother, but in those 10 days, he didn't pay attention to himself even once. He didn't cry, didn't get tired, and didn't break down. He just kept going, as if he were a machine, just completing tasks one after another. During those 10 days, something happened. One day, outside the ICU, he saw a little girl crying. Suddenly, what happened in his mind? What did he think? What thoughts came to him? He himself didn't even know what happened. He told me that it was as if he suddenly broke down. He felt that the more he tried to hold himself together, the more things were piling up inside him. Emotions kept building up, filling up, and so much had been suppressed that it never got a chance to come out. Seeing that little girl crying, something welled up inside him too, and he broke down and cried his heart out. He cried and kept crying until his heart finally calmed down and he felt lighter. The 12th house of Aquarius wants to teach you exactly this. When you keep suppressing your feelings again and again, they don't stay quiet. They keep getting buried inside, and then, in a single small moment, everything comes out. That's why the 12th house says, let yourself feel. Don't be ashamed. Don't hold yourself back. Sometimes letting go is the truest strength. Those who have been following me from the beginning or consult with me know that, for me, astrology is not just a tool to predict the future. It's a path through which I try to truly understand, as best as I can, when a person is speaking from their mind, and when their heart is simply sitting quietly, in silence. For me, astrology is a tool, a psychology, a language that helps identify fear and disconnection. Now, the question is this: how can this disconnection be turned into connection? I'll be honest. It's not something that can be done in a day, but it can be changed gradually. For this, you'll need to create a feel-first routine. In the morning or at any quiet moment during the day. Just record a 30-second voice note for yourself. No script, no plan. Just say whatever comes to your mind. For example, today my heart feels a bit heavy, or I'm feeling good today, but there's a strange restlessness inside me. I don't understand anything. But it's felt important to say this. That's why I'm saying it. Look, no one else will hear this, only you will, and this is your truth. And send this voice note to yourself. Just like you send messages to others, send it to yourself. Make a solo group on WhatsApp. And when you speak, your heart will genuinely feel, deep inside, that it has truly been heard. Today, it got the importance it deserved. Another thing you can do virtually is, for example, every Monday night, fill a bowl with water, look at your reflection in it, and while looking at yourself, say this: you are important too. Just make your reflection realize how important you are to yourself, and afterwards, pour this water into a plant. Let your emotions flow like water. Don't hide them, but create a structure for how to release them. I know the next remedy isn't going to appeal to any age group. When I say that for one day a week, and not even the whole day, just a few hours or even a few minutes, spend time without any screens, just with yourself. No goals, no agenda. Just feel. Because when you truly disconnect from everyone else's thoughts, from all of those external thoughts and opinions, you'll gradually start to hear your own inner voice, little by little, and that's exactly when real, genuine healing will begin. If you saw yourself anywhere in today's analysis, you're not alone. Be sure to tell me in the comments which point resonated with you the most. And make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon, because the next episode will go even deeper. In the next episode, we will talk about Pisces Ascendant. Until then, take care of yourself and those around you. Bye-bye.